What was the vibe when old Schneids went out there? What do you think would have happened if old Little had a wheeled up?
He was getting booed.
Little?
He was getting booed. Go ahead.
Really?
Finish your thought.
I just wonder, like, if he just pointed to the dugout and old Little came wheeling out, like there would have been somebody would have ran on the field, man, and tackled that guy.
So it's actually a great conversation, but a question for both of you. Because I'm sitting there watching the game last night. I went to Real Sports with a couple buddies, and atmosphere was great and all of that. And I kept looking at, John Schneider's got different shades of the face, right, as it goes along, the pressure, all of that. But I'm thinking, like, people hate this guy's guts right now. And I'm like, they win last night. Are they loving him again? Like, is he back out of, like, is it all gone? Is that all forgotten? Or is it not?
I think tonight will be the determining factor on that.
Oh, yeah. There are some people that continue to write on Twitter, they lose this series, they have to get rid of him. Like, they're saying they have to get rid of him for that little stunt.
Mm-hmm. It was,
and the excuse coming into it saying we think we wanted to show him some different guys or whatever the excuse was.
Which, to their credit, they rectified, but what they also did was prove how wrong the decision was.
Well, no kidding.
It was obviously a horrible decision to go to Brendon Little in that spot. It blew up in their face. But they could have been very stubborn. They were never going to Brendon Little last night because, to your point, if he came out, that people would have been honestly storming the field, I think.
Yeah. Or the exits.
I think it would have been.
That's awful to say.
It's awful to say, but it may have been the first time in baseball history a relief pitcher would have come in with security detail. Like literally bouncers walking him to the mound because people are losing their mind. And Schneider, the same thing. So they were never going to go to Little, but they could have gone to Fluharty. They could have gone to Lauer. They could have gone a different direction. They chose not to. They went to their stud, who's had a very up-and-down season, but they went to Hoffman and said, here's the ball, wild thing, go out and punch out guys. And that's what he did. He punched out 4 guys, and he got 6 straight outs. And they lived to see another day. And ultimately, this goes without saying. It's very obvious. But if you win, the 3 losses become irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. All you're going to remember is the 4 wins. If you lose, the 3 wins become irrelevant. All you're going to remember is the 4 losses.
Correct.
And that's what's going to happen tonight. That's the crossroads the Blue Jays have. They win tonight. No one cares about Brendon Little. It becomes a footnote or something you laugh about. Schneider might laugh about it in the future. You don't care about them going down 0-2 to start the series. Doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant. If they lose tonight, it will be about how did you do that in Game 5? Why weren't you ready to play in Game 1?
Dude,
that's
that'll be
the nature
story
of things.
for 30 years, man. I told you about when I played junior and we lost in the OHL finals. And I know for a fact my teammates were like, Bertuzzi and O'Neill didn't play well in the finals. We lost. That's what they take away from it. Mm-hmm. That's what everybody will be saying about that. Yeah, we had a chance to go to the World Series, but Game 5, our manager just tanked it.
I'll admit, getting up and walking out of Real Sports last night, I heard somebody go, they should have closed out the series with that win if they wouldn't have. Like, I turned and looked, and it was like, well, if they wouldn't have done that nonsense last game, we would have been taken care of in 6. I was like, oh, my God. Like, that's how.
It was deeply rooted, just bitterness and frustration. Wow. And they had the game. They had, like, the term high leverage. I said it on SportsCenter last night. It's a word that gets thrown around in baseball more than any other term. And if you were looking for the definition of high leverage, some guy just landed from Mars and said, I keep hearing high leverage. What does it mean? 8th inning, Game 5, ALCS. Cal Raleigh coming up. You're up 2-1. That is it. Like, cut that, post it online. That's high leverage. Whenever you hear the term, just close your eyes and go, okay, that's what they mean by that. And they go with Brendon Little. Last night was not the equivalent, but it was a do or die last night. They weren't technically up against the wall in Game 5. They were last night. They had to win. They found a way to do it.